Testing, testing. Testing. Alright, super late stream again, but uh, it's kind of a lot of things happened today, and I wanted to really stream, but I was like, you know, if I keep pushing streams back, then I'll never get anything done, you know? So I hope the audio is alright, and if any audio issue happens, then just let me know. And yeah, I think I'm gonna I just ate some melatonin, so until I become real sleepy, I'll stop the stream. But until then, I'll just work on the toes and the hands, and then maybe the hair. We'll see. So let's get on to it. You know if any of the music's too loud or stuff like that. Let's see. It's probably a very unorthodox method of making fingers, but this is how I like to do it. Oh, don't do this to me. What? Oh, yes, I'm just being silly goose. That was me. What is happening? Oh. No, really, what? I got a little bizarre. this is the most bizarre hands that you ever seen, probably, but you'll get there. You'll see what I mean, you know? Man, I don't know if this is true or not, but on TikTok, actually funny enough, so after I came back from work and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shovel the snow from the driveway today. It's, yeah, you know, it's a good thing to do. So I just did that, and then I came back inside, and I was chilling, just watching TikToks, and then one of the first TikToks I watched was like someone was like, you know, you shouldn't be shoveling your driveway. I'm like, what the hell? I just did that, okay? And then they're like, that's because doctors say like if you're like over, I'm not over 30 just yet, but then it's like, I'm like, what? Like, or like if you're like over like 35, you shouldn't do it because you might get like cardiac arrest with your like something wrong with your heart, and I'm like it will stress out your heart, and I don't. Thanks, but I mean, I guess it's. I mean, I don't know. Then you have to worry about slipping on ice. Like, and we gotta also be careful with the bird flu. That's a scary thought too. So many things to worry about. The fingers are not gonna follow this reference for rigging purposes, but you know, I'll it's like kind of getting the vibe of the reference. If you know what I mean. So hands, you're gonna want to have a decent amount of retopology. It's one of those things that deform a pretty good amount. I mean, like even a decent amount, but not like a crazy amount. I know that's but you add some, you take some. Hands are the most, hands are the most complicated. I feel like thumbs are the most complicated things to rig in my opinion, because each program like Wardo, VRChat, and VNyan, VCFace, like sometimes when in one program your hand works pretty good, and then in another program it doesn't, and you're like, oh god, please help me. It drives me crazy. Do this actually, since the subdividing was not subdivided. I'm just gonna this. Okay, this is a pretty unorthodox method of making hands, but I know what I'm going for, you know, so that's why I'm just like doing it like this. Yeah. So I don't know if this is not gonna be an excellent tutorial. I'm just gonna do. So if you're hoping to use this as a tutorial, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Since the middle finger already has the division in the middle, doesn't really need it in my opinion. For aesthetic purposes, I guess I'll just add it. Looks really bizarre without it. No, it seems strange, but in my other hands, I like to do it like this. Maybe I might not add it on the top. No, I mean, thumbs get pretty complicated, so I'll just have it on. Different from what I usually make. But if it works, it works. This needs to work with the other programs too. I don't want to waste too much collagen. I recommend having some space in between the fingers. And for fingers, sometimes it's just good to just focus on one finger. Like get it perfect as possible, and then like literally just copy and paste that finger, because you know fingers, you know, unless there's like a unique finger, like, don't worry too much about. Hey Zonkami, thanks for joining. I know it's pretty late. It's been a kind of a long day, but I really wanted to stream, so here I am. I wanted to do it earlier, but so what I like to do is I like to make a list of what I need to do, and if I can squeeze in streaming, I will try, but sometimes, you know, life is just like that. And then, like, I didn't want to, like, push back the stream, because, like, and then it's like, I'll never stream. I don't want to have that situation again, like last year, so this year I'm, like, really pushing it, you know, so. Oh, that's great. Okay. It's pretty good. That's pretty early. Well, I mean, not pretty early. How do I explain it? I mean, oh my god, my brain. I mean, I ate a melatonin tablet, so it will like encourage me to sleep. The stream, and the stream will end when I'm feeling sleepy. Right now it is 2:30 a.m. So, but I have pretty big insomnia, so whatever happens, happens. Thanks for joining in, Zonkami. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. Sleepless nights. Maybe because I scroll on TikTok. Maybe that's a very bad habit, but it relaxes my mind. The way it's kind of like smoking, but for the mind. Trying to stay above, watching from the stars, Apollo, get the bed on my system, just wanna let you know I can be soft on the outside, cause I'd rather not have to start fights, but don't be testing my inner patience, you don't wanna cross that line. Oh, don't try to tag me, don't try to fight me, you better run. What you gonna do, what you gonna do, what you gonna do. Okay, I got the general hands finished. That's, I don't like how high up it is. I want everything like straight. It's kind of like going up a bit. So. Always could just make adjustments. Doom scrolling keeps me awake. Yeah, you're probably right. Gives you, I don't know, lately my TikTok feed has been pretty depressing in my opinion. Just hearing the news, like it's like bird flu and then all the political stuff, and I'm like, this never ends, dude. Like I never see good news. And then, yeah, that's not a good way to end your day. You're right. I need to figure out a way to change that so I don't have like mental fatigue when I wake up or whatever, right? Keep a copy of this foot so I can later use it for boots. So, I mean the heels. Heels. Come to it later. My bones. Would be cool if I can get into the hair today. I feel like that should be a stream where I do it when time is not so late. So it's exciting. Get all the technical stuff and get all the fun clothing stuff for the next stream. You think you get to the hair this stream? Let me see. Oh, it's been 30 minutes? Maybe I'll do, okay, okay. I'll do a blackout of the hair. I mean, hair's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a good amount of time. So I think I'll do the blackout this stream, and then do the refinements on another stream. Now, I don't exactly have a stream schedule, but you know, the videos will be uploaded on YouTube after I finish streaming. Usually I stream, at least in my time is kind of late, usually, so stay tuned, I shall do the blackout at least. Sorry, I'm just like a little smidgen sleepy, but then I'm like not, I don't know, my body's like trying to figure it out, like, are you sleepy? Maybe. But I'll get all the meh part No schedule? Girl failure? Oh, God. I know. Why was I born without a schedule? Oh. Just a girl. Have mercy. What the? Ian, isn't it past your bedtime? But welcome to the stream. I am making some square toes. But I swear, it's coming together. Opa! Wait a second. Something isn't right. I know making my method of making fingers and toes are very unorthodox, but it's an unorthodox times, my friend. I'm not usually, I don't really care. I mean, well, I do care. You know, too much about like individual toes, because like when I do the rigging, it's gonna be like, here's the shin, right, and then the foot, and then the toes, right? So, unless I was worried. Oh my God, what am I even saying? If I was gonna rig each toe, then I would put more focus on the radiology. But you know, since I can get away with it. I mean, it will still work. This radiology will still work with toe rigging, individual toe rigging. But like, why would I need that? You know, it's just unnecessary. I this weird fact about me, but I have a bunion on my foot. It's very weird because my family doesn't have it, except me. It's like, what? Where did it come from, dude? My bunion literally looks like this. And then we went to the doctors and everything, but they're like, does it hurt? And I'm like, no, you're good. That's it? It's like, yeah. It's like, great, thank you. Now, here's the bill of $1 million. American healthcare, thank you. That's what I needed. But, I mean, it never hurts, so just... why did I even bother going there? I know there's like bunion straighteners, but yo, that looks scary. Get some sandpaper. Yes, I just hope my bunion is just a bunch of dead skin cells. Ew, no, that means I was just born with a clump of dead skin cells on my feet. That's nasty. I was just born with nasty as a fate. But yeah, never hurts, so it's never a problem. But I'll make it everyone's problem. No, I'm just kidding. Unfortunately, it's only my bunion. Anyone else got a bunion? Bunion gang. What? Had one ages ago? Never get him? What do you mean? Did you straighten it out? What is your secret? Pray tell. Just tell me your bunion rid secrets. Tell me. Topology. I'm liking this with topology. Rest on my fam, get bunions. Your family has bunions? I don't know. I think I'm the only one in my family that has the bunion. I'm the mutant. My mutant powers is just a bunion. That's why I didn't get recruited to the X-Men. I'm like, why are we wasting tuition on you? You just got a bunion. Don't worry about it, dude. Dude, there's no way. I literally sanded it down, lots of dead skin flakes, but it was like a foot. What? No, you don't understand. So they did an x-ray on my foot, and my bunion, it literally has like bone, like the bone, like my big toe's bone is sticking out. Like I could literally show you. So it's like this, dude. Like this. It's like this. The bone is like this for me. So if I sanded it, I'll be sanding a part of my bone too. So this is not a strategy for me. It's not gonna work for me. Hey, Malified Cadaver. Welcome to my very late night stream. I am making toes. I think making toes in the daytime is sacrilegious. No, I just made that up. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. So yeah, so that's why that's why I thought you were joking when you said you were sending your bunion, but you were for real. No, yeah, no. My bone actually sticks out there, like this. I was born literally like this with my toes, so this is not gonna work out for me. But thanks for the suggestion. It would have been cheaper, I guess. That's why I was talking about like a bone, like a alignment thing they have, but I'm really not sure if it works. And if it fails, I'm like scared it's gonna ruin the way I walk, right? Because, you know, like feet and toes are very important for walking, so. Oh no, there's no misunderstanding. It's just like we have different bunions. Yeah, just that's just mine. But yeah, I mean, buying shoes was always a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that. Because all the shoes are always like, you know, like for normal, slim, nice looking feet, but my feet are like bunion. I remember working somewhere, working at and she was all like, man, I was like trying out shoes and she was like, man, like, if you only could cut off your bunion. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, there is surgery for it, but just, well, it doesn't bother me that much, so why bother? For shoes? I don't know. It wasn't callous. Okay. Come to think of it, yeah, I mean, I guess I guess, that makes more sense, you know? That makes a lot more sense. You always call them, you would get calluses on your fingers, but you wouldn't call that a bunion. Oh man, when I used to play the violin, I used to get a lot of calluses on my fingers, and I would always peel them off. Okay, I know that sounded bad, but I have a habit of finger picking, so it was like optimal picking time. Like a sticker, you know? You know, I don't know if this is like I don't know if this is a TMI thing, but the late night will do that for you. I'm gonna like watch back on my stream and be like, why the hell did I say that? Why did I say that? Well, out in the wind. That's good. You got soft hands, brother. Soft hands. I don't really have calluses on my fingers anymore since I stopped playing. But yeah, I don't really have calluses. Do you play any instruments? So far, the violin has been the only thing. Yeah, that's good. Dude, I feel like my hands are ugly there. Like, how do people have such aesthetic hands? Like, some people have such nice hands that they're hand models, like, literally. But then, I remember watching, like, a little clip of a day in the life of a hand model, and they're, like, so careful with using their hands. And, like, lotioning it up, and then, like, wearing, like, hand, you know, like how there's a face mask, there's a hand mask, and then they're like putting like layers and layers of like gloves and stuff like that, and then they like use something else to press the elevator and stuff like that. It's like, oh. But yeah, having nice hands is a flex. I'm envious if you have good hands. I want to have full hands, but my fingernail. I mean, I don't really do anything with my fingernails since I like to keep them short, like short as possible. Ever since I played the violin, it's just become a habit, and it keeps the dirt off my fingernails too. No, but I used to have minced meat. Maybe the animal fat help? What do you mean, like you so to have like, is it because of the lard and fat of the meat, or is it because you ate the meat that you have nice hands? Or, I don't know. It could also be genetics. Some things are just genetics, man. I think I've been working on these toes for a while. How long has it been? Let's see. Oh, about 50 minutes. It's not so bad. I have to make toes a bit longer. Some feel weird. Smidge of an hold on. No, you have to really get in there with your hands when making mincemeat. The grinder can only do so much. Oh, yeah, yeah. So you put your hands into the meat. Okay, interesting. Like, what kind of meat is this? Like beef? I mean, you use beef to make lard, right? So maybe the lard makes your fingers very nice and smooth. Sausage, dude, that's making me hungry. What have you done? Alright, this is starting to feel right. Beef, pork, sheep. What? Sheep, ostrich, chicken? Where did you get the ostrich? I mean, what does the ostrich even taste like? I always wondered about that. Is it like gamey? Like, does it taste just like chicken? That's fascinating. And you just like throw it all in there? Interesting. But our style is not digested as the US's way of making sausage. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I never really made a sausage before, so I couldn't tell you. And I'm from the States, but I guess we use all the basic stuff like beef, pork, and chicken. Ah, South Africa, we have ostrich farms. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Can you ride? Have you ever rode an ostrich? That sounds cool, cause I remember seeing people ride ostriches, and it's like pretty rad. So cool. It's like cool when people ride unorthodox animals. Like I remember someone riding a buffalo. That was pretty cool. And also, oh, why am I blinking out? I remember there was another cool one. A moose. Yeah, someone rode a moose, and that was really cool too. Not me. I'm the tallest guy in my family. That's good. I think I'm like the medium one. The medium one in my family. Maybe a big ostrich I could. I mean, ostriches, from what I know, they're like pretty big, aren't they? But man, one ostrich must produce a lot of meat, you know? Yeah, mooses are huge. I think I could ride one of those. Oh yeah, they are just enormous. They're so scary. I mean, I never seen one in the wild, but oof, like they are something else. They're like bigger than a car. It's insane. But yeah, it's crazy how we haven't domesticated a moose, or maybe because they're just too wild, you know, just one of those things that are just too wild to domesticate. But I remember seeing someone ride one. It was like so cool. But I would worry that if they turn their heads, you know, like if they have those ginormous horns, like they'll like smack you in the face. You know, that's the only downside I can see. Yeah, ostrich is super lean, 2% fat. Wow. Beef is like 10% fat. Wow. So is ostrich more chewy? I guess. Also, how is ostrich egg? You know, I always wondered like how the taste of an ostrich egg. Oh, and ostrich tastes very similar to beef. Oh, beef. Interesting. Just, you know, not as juicy, but healthier. Not chewy at all. Yeah. Oh, healthier. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't really hear about ostrich, but I've seen people eat it, so this is all cool to me. That's cool. Ostrich. Oh, interesting. Okay, ostrich egg is not great. Only had it once. All I remember having ostrich egg is that it had a metallic aftertaste. Metallic? Oh, really? I mean, whenever I watch people eat those eggs, they're like, it's so good. But maybe because they mixed like veggies and stuff to it. I don't know if that makes like it takes away that metallic taste. But wait a second, I think I guess I could always come back to the toes later. But like, I think I'm pretty like did I just give her a bunion? Okay, I'm gonna take that away with you, bunion. But yeah, interesting. I didn't expect that metallic aftertaste. I wonder why. To scramble it, metallic. I mean like mineral rich. Oh, okay. Man, one egg would make me full for sure. Maybe even half an egg. Oh yeah, also watch out for the bird flu. Like in America, like scary things are happening with it, so I don't know. It's just what's happening, honestly. Like, I played these games before. It's like another disease is happening. Like, God, like, please. Oh, give us a break, please. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is the situation in America. Like California right now, it's going crazy because of it. I mean, I'm not sure about the specifics, but we got some animal outbreaks too. Yeah, I mean, like, huh? What's happening, dude? Like, well, where did you come from? And it's like on top of it's like so many like things happening all at once. It's like so overstimulating, but it's not like you can take a break from it since this is just the world we live in. Oh, please. I don't know. It's not exactly good at containing diseases, as we can see from COVID. So, that's happening in the West Coast. I don't want it to go to. I don't want it to spread to the East Coast, but exactly expect. Well, considering people ride airplanes and stuff, like I'm sure that there's gonna be the news coming up like, oh, it's in the East Coast too, guys. Haha. Thank you, news. Just what I needed to hear. Thank you. And oh no! I can't eat like fried chicken and stuff, probably, right? I mean, first world problems, I guess, but I don't know. The world kinda sucks, so. Can I just have this one thing, please? And also eating like I like eating sunny side up with my eggs, so it's like, come on, guys. Can a gal just eat her eggs? Yippee! I think the body is done, I think. Oh, I can always make touch-ups later if I see anything that feels off. But let's see. Yeah, okay, as I promised, I'm gonna save a copy of this Blender file, which I never know. See how different. That's not much different actually. Delete all my old stuff. When you can't sunny side up an ostrich egg? No, I refuse to believe this. Do not destroy my dreams. It has to be possible. It's an egg, like... It has to, you know? Or do you get like salmonella because, you know, like the yolk is a little bit like runny or something? Is that why you can't, or does it not cook all the way? Like, I'm sure if you add like the lid to it, you can steam it a little bit, right? Don't crush my dreams, man. Although I'm not even sure where you would get the ostrich egg in America, but a gal can dream. Alright, this is the hair. Salmonella is very little in soccer. Interesting, really. Yeah, I mean, I also heard like in Japan, like you can just eat the eggs raw because you don't have to worry about salmonella. Yeah, no, I don't think so in America. Highly not recommend. So, hair is tricky. You see, she told me that I believe the main reference I'm using, it has the old version of the hair, but this is the new version of the hair. See, yes, this one has the new version, and as you can see, it's different hair. And she told me this was the new version, so this is the new version. So we follow that. let's get that hair aligned. So it's something like that, right? It's like down the ears, that slice, something like that. Keep your eggs in the fridge or not. What? Yeah, we always have to refrigerate our eggs. Or at least that's what I do. I mean, I'm not gonna risk anything, you know? That's good. Interesting. Yeah, I think I do see some people keeping their eggs out, but I don't know. That's a good thing in America or not. Okay, I don't know. This is sacrilegious, probably. What do you call it? I just eat rice in the you know, the rice cooker, and we just like leave it there for like 2-3 days, and apparently that's very frowned upon. I remember like on TikTok, saw like a microbiologist saying like, yeah, don't eat rice that's like 3 days old, you know. I'm like, I don't know, I've been doing this all my life, and it's like never had a problem. Could be survival, like a survival, not survivor's guilt, survivor's bias or whatever. I don't know. So far, never had a problem. So when you're doing blackouts, like, how do I explain it? Like, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's the whole point of doing a blackout, but you just want the general shape going, so you know, when you're doing your, this is like the rough sketch equivalent of drawing. So I'm making the rough sketch. I feel like I'm missing a few parts. So this is just gonna help me understand the volume and the shape, 3D dimension wise, because if I just jump into the detail, it's gonna sometimes take forever, and then if you're like, wait, I don't like how this is forming, it's gonna be hard to just change everything and then do the retopology again, and then it's like, just make it black. Save yourself some time. Even it takes a bit of time to make it in the first place, but still. So right now we're just gonna do a blackout, and then it's sleepy time. You know what I'm saying? Sleepy time. I do that so fast. I mean, yeah, I mean, you don't. This is not gonna be the final hair. You just wanna see, like, you know, get the vibes of the hair. Like sometimes the side doesn't match the front exactly, but you just wanna get the vibes of it. And then you just do it without thinking. Just go for it, because sometimes perfection like stops you. So you just go for it. If you fiddle around with it too much in one section, then you're not gonna. It's gonna be hard to do the rest of it. So definitely the front strands are gonna be different from the back strands. I know it's just blocking, but down. Yeah. I do have, you know, some practice from before, so. Also, the hair form right now is not crazy complicated. Like the form is pretty like simple, so it's not too bad to follow. Maybe I would add some. I'll add a curve, just because I feel like this was more a curve type of deal happening. So I'll just do that real quick. So this is what I was talking about before with the Yan sculpt. This is where I learned that from. I learned this technique from. So you get a nerves path like this, and a brazier circle. Let's get that face out of the way. Okay. So you get a nerves path, and then you can click on this and then see. Wait, it was normal. So sorry. And then see the orientation of the path, and that's important. I'll tell you why later. And then the circle, right? Click on the path. Click on this. Geometry. Object. Is your circle. And then there you go. So you're like, what is happening, right? And then this is what's happening. And you click on the nerves path. The circle is pretty much making like following along the path, and you can change the path to move this cylinder, and that's gonna be your hair strand. I have never done curves before. Oh yeah. If you haven't, you should try it out because it's great. And check out Yan Sculpt because he does a pretty good tutorial on this. But also another thing is you can change the like, let's say this is too many subdivisions, right? So what I always like to do is make it like at least 2. But you can always go up or down as much as you want. But I like to usually work with 2 by 2. So like change the amount of divisions in the path and then divisions in the circle, at least like 2, because you know, you don't want to have too much. I mean, hair needs a lot of subdivisions, but just a decent amount to make it work, you know. And then just hide the circle because you don't need it. All you need is the path. But the thing is, before I make that disappear, for the circle, you just change the shape of the circle. So you saw how that circle was pretty round, right? Like the hair's to medium point. And then you change the circle's shape to be more like hair strandy. I don't know how to explain it, but something like that, hair strandy. Something like this, right? Like this is more of a hair strand in my opinion. And then that circle is going to change shape exactly to that circle. So for example, like this, you know, you can see it changing shape. And then there you go. This is the hair strand for at least curve wise. And then I like to just duplicate that. And then as I mentioned with the normals before, Azor kind of helped me out with this one, gave me this tip. You see this normals? When you hide and show it, you see these arrows, right? And that's like the orientation of your curves. Why is that important? Because where it's pointing down, you want that to be the tip of your hair. Where it's, you know, like away from the arrows, you want that to be your root of your hair. So for instance, you have your hair like this, right? And then your curves, your hair curves at the bottom are going to move really well like this. But if you had it the opposite way, where you accidentally move the root instead, this is what would happen. The base right here would be moving all together. See how it twists? It wouldn't do that if you did it the other way. So let me show you again real quick. See, it doesn't even like rotate like before. So make sure you get your orientation right by looking at the normals. Oh yeah, And then, okay, now you have your hair. How, if you might be wondering, how did I shrink that? You do Alt S. Sorry, my keys are little cats, so I forget which key sometimes. Alt S. And then you can shrink as big as small as you want. Like this. So you get a nice little tip. And then you're wondering, like, how do I like rotate this hair, right? Because hair flows like in a more natural way. Control T, and then you can twist your hair. You can also use the mirror mod. So in case, you know, you have a symmetrical hair but you want to use curves, you can just do this, right? Also, if you're wondering like how am I moving so many vertices at once, you go to, you know, proportional editing, and then, you know, use your mouse scrolling wheel to, so like, you know, G to move, right? And then R to rotate. But then you're like, oh, I'm using too many vertices, just use the mouse scroll and you can see how I'm like moving as much as I want or little. This is also great for, you know, editing your mesh or doing like air kits and stuff, because you can go like connect only and only affects whatever's closer to it rather than the whole thing like in Sculpt. Yeah, you gotta just try it out and see what I mean. But anyway, let's see. This is not gonna be mod. And then actually here. And let's get that hair going. Since this is a bit more detailed, it's going to take a little time. So this is still block out stage, so it's not going to be perfect, but just want to, it's a good idea. Oh, and if you need a bit more subdivision, but you don't want to like, you know, change the whole subdivision, just like subdivide it, and then it gives you a little thing to work with. So after you finish with, you know, doing your curves and stuff, you're gonna be like, wait, like how do I get it to turn into a mesh? You click on the hair you want to turn into a mesh, right click, and then convert to mesh, and then see, now it's a mesh, and then you unwrap it and then you texture it and do whatever you want. That's still far away from now, so just, until I finish this hair, maybe I'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna put that away. It's hard to see. I'll get rid of this black background because sometimes I like to work with a smaller reference on the side. That's just getting in the way. Basically, swear she had another reference. Did I delete it? Oh, I'm being. Oh, thank you. I love being a silly goose.
언제나 함께 있었음 해 모든 게 다 통하니까 Feels like daydreaming 너와 있을 땐 난 I love my life 사라지지만 나의 전부 그 chemistry 이상 너와 the two 힘들었을 때마다 늘 함께 했던 너 눈이 마주쳤던
So sometimes curves have a limit and it's not perfect. Like, see how it's like, even though I make it big, like it's gonna like expand wider, which I don't want it to do, but sometimes you just have to make the curves and then adjust the shape specifically in that specific areas as a mesh instead of a curve. But curves really can just give you a very good base or starting point, just doing this all as a mesh, and it's kind of a pain sometimes. I mean, some people do poly model the hair curves, but personally, making quick adjustments like this and then keeping all the mesh like clean, even. Like if you're making any last minute changes, it's like easy to do it. 주말이 평범한 연인처럼 밥을 먹고 싶어 내 말 틀린 건 하나도 없어 안 될 거란 생각 이제 던져 너가 없으면 날 okay 난 잘 먹고 잘 살길 okay 맘을 다 부어주긴 좀 그래 잠을 만큼 참았어 억울해 Baby I can feel it with you Maybe you feel the same with me too 매일이 난네 생각하다 잠들어 see, curves give you good control. Oh yeah, it really gives you good control. As you can see, even though I'm making like a lot of movements in the curves, like all the subdivisions are, you know, even, you know, automatically just does it for you. And where you need more subdivisions, it automatically adds a bit more, so a very good starting point to have. Think about the hairline. Some hairs, like if you have bangs, you don't really need to worry too much about the hairline, really, unless you can see it. But you usually don't. But in this one, you gotta focus on this. Just a quick idea of what she could look like. Slowly getting there. do for both years? Yeah, I mean, it seemed... yeah, both years. So, oops.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. Just can't stop thinking about you. Just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Giving we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home, yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my
think I might ask her for a reference without her hat, so I can see. It's a bit tricky to see with this reference. Someone could ask her a reference without the hat, so. But I mean, I could work on the blackout more in the future. Because after I sleep and wake up, I'm feeling busy. And I don't like how things are going, you know. But I think it's time for me to sleep on it and see where things go. You know what I mean? But I got a good amount of work done. The toes seem a little thin. I'm gonna just adjust that real quick. I can always come back to that later, but since I think I might need to sleep on it and then see if anything feels weird. I'll come back. The next stream I'll do the hair better, and then I don't know if I'll just be focusing on that because like hair sometimes takes a while, and this hair is a little bit complicated, so we'll see how things go. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, let's see. Oh wow, what? It's only been like an hour, but since I took the melatonin, I'm feeling a little sleepy. So we'll stop for here for now. But thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for joining in Zone Kami. Always appreciate ya. And hopefully I'll do the stream in a more better time, So yeah, I mean, so I don't lose too much sleep, but alright. Thanks everyone, and good night.